What's up, y'all? I got another different kind of video. Hopefully, by now, we've gotten a few different types up here. But I just wanted to, branch out, find more ways to talk about the comic books that I've collected here. And today I wanted to highlight what I think is one of the best comic book writers of all time, Hubert. I'm assuming is how you pronounce it. I'm pretty sure he was French. Rest in peace. Unfortunately, Hubert, I believe, died in 2023, a few years ago. However, in the time of his life, I think that he has made some like truly, truly spectacular work, and just to me, has proven himself to be one of the best comic book writers ever. I think he doesn't have like a huge catalog of books in English necessarily, so it might be crazy like to say something like that, but the impact his books have had on me in my time reading comics has put him up as one of my favorites for sure. But I know that he's not super popular as far as I can tell. So I grabbed three different books of his today, and I just kind of wanted to look through them a little bit, talk about what I think makes Hubert such a great comics writer, and just, shine some light on his stuff. I hope everyone reads these books after we do it, because they're good. They're very, very good. The first one is Petite. It is a part of the Ogre God series. There's 4 books in the series. It was definitely supposed to go on for longer than that, but his sudden passing ended it right there at 4. But I still think these books are worth the read. You will definitely not get like a satisfying ending to the story because of the situation, right? The circumstances in which it was made. Well, not to say, he passed away. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know how to say that, right? Anyway, but this book is all black and white. It is drawn by Bertrand Gatignol. Gatignol? I don't know. One of those. He does all of the art. The art in this book is spectacular. Very rarely does Hubert work with not like a very stylized artist. You know what I mean? He never has a book that looks like straight down the middle. I feel like there's a lot of sauce in the artwork in all of his books. And Gatignol is no exception. It is all in like this grayscale black and white, but Gatignol's art or line work is spectacular, dude. Unreal how good it is. Unreal. And all the books look like this. So we follow the Ogre Gods, as the title implies. It's like medieval times, and humanity is ruled by these giants. They live in a castle. They are ruling many parts of the world, if what I remember is correctly. And we kind of come in, and we have found that the ogre queen has given birth to a son, and he is more regular size. His name is Petite because he's so small. There he is. He's so small. So we kind of zoom in on this character, and we're following him in his life because it's, crazy circumstances that he has been born into. Not to give away too much more than that, but a part of what I think makes Hubert such a spectacular artist is the way that he uses... He will zoom in on these characters. It's very character-based storytelling, even though the plots of these things can be kind of fantastic. And this is going for kind of like that Game of Thrones, widespread, knowing the full kingdom, knowing how everybody works together. But it's the way these characters move through time. A Hubert story will track a character, and you feel like you'll see every substantial moment in this character's life for its whole life. It's really, really spectacular to see it done. So, like, in this book, we follow Petite from when he is born up until to when he's like a young adult is towards the end of this book, where he has to like start to make some hard choices. He has to start doing crazy things, all sorts of stuff like that. This book's really graphic, so I gotta be careful living through it. But it starts with him, and then the second book, same world, and we zoom in on a different character who's adjacent to Petite. And we like learn all about them. And then through learning their story, he builds the world. And then through their story, we learn more about Petite and kind of like his effect on everything. It's really, really masterfully done in this series specifically. Most of his other stuff, I believe, is not done in a series like this. He also, in this series, will do little couple pages of prose in between each chapter. Someone will go in and they will talk about, oh, it's just like what Desdey used to do. And then I'll have a little chapter giving you Desdey's whole story, which really builds out the world. I'm not a fan of putting prose in my comic books. I came here for pictures, damn it. But this is like the best I've seen it done. personally. Literally 1 or 2 pages, gives you backstory to who that person was, why that reference makes sense, and then we jump back in here, back into the rest of it. Really, really spectacular stuff. Daniel's art is nuts, dude. The white lines over the black is so sick. It's probably the most dynamic, like, grayscale drawn book I have seen before, just because of that. Like, obviously there's, like, the washes of gray and shadows and things, but the way he'll black everything out and just do white lines over it is so cool. This book is so sick. If you do pick up this series, you should know. Number 3 is called The Great Man. That's the best one, dude. The book The Great Man is so sick. 4 is kind of disappointing because he doesn't get, there isn't more after it. But number 3 is where it's at. So if you buy the series, get at least the first 3 books. It's definitely worth it. Up next, we got Beauty. This one is written by Hubert, of course, and drawn by Kara Skoet, who I believe is 2 people who do all of the artwork. This one, again, look at how stylized all this is, dude. Ugh. Those Europeans, they got it figured out, man. Bigger pages, let the artist cook. So good. So good. This was actually the first book of Hubert's I read. I was just blown away by the cover. Thought it looked sick. And I was like, I gotta get in on this, dude. Gotta buy this book. We follow Kari, who's the main character, and she lives a very hard life. She's very poor. Another medieval setting. She is unhappy with her life. People call her ugly. Say she's stinky. It's pretty rough, dude. But she gets a whiff of some royals or somebody. Comes into town. She sees them. She's like, oh my god, I wish I was a beautiful princess just like them. She goes to the woods. She makes a wish to a fairy so she can become beautiful. And when she does, it makes it so that everybody else sees her as this beautiful person. But when she looks in her reflection, she looks the same. She looks the same old ugly Kari. And so this is kind of... That's like the very beginning of the story. If she does that, and then she makes his wish, and it changes her life immediately. Not only is she beautiful, she's so beautiful that it drives people insane. Like men cannot contain themselves. They don't know what to do. They're like chasing her around chasing her around, yelling at her in front of his wife, like crazy, crazy stuff. Like as soon as a guy gets one look at her, he becomes obsessed. And this causes a lot of road bumps, obstacles, better word. A lot of obstacles in her life. Because it's like, this is great, I'm beautiful now, but now, men are terrible. So now they're all like disgusting pig monsters who are trying to like put me away. They're trying to like keep me in their attic so nobody else can see how pretty I am. Type of thing. And so here's our first example of like the difference between how she sees herself and how others see her. And follows that story. Her good looks bring her like to the absolute top of society. And we just follow her whole life, dude. Like there's a version of the story where we get that and it's like a fable and it's kind of wrapped up and there's like a lesson at the end of be careful what you wish for. But Hubert goes like way further than that. We follow Kari's entire life. So, like, this book is kind of split up into 3 parts where it's, like, her right after she had the wish, her after having the wish for however long and what it's brought her, and then her later on in her life. I don't want to say, like, old, but, like, much further along. Like, maybe 30 years, 40 years, something like that, towards the end of it. And, I mean, it's incredible. It's so good. Every part of it is so interesting. It builds on top of itself so well. And for him to cover that much time in this book and still have it be like so satisfying in the way that it's read is really something. She goes, it's not like a clear arc. We don't get the stakes at the beginning. Like she has to go back and find fairies. Blah, blah, blah. That's not the point of the story. It's just her living with this now. And you're down here next to her on this in this life with her in this crazy world where this wish has done so much to her. It's really something else. Kara Skoet's art is spectacular. The coloring is so good. I mean, these small panels are still so beautiful, dude. So beautiful. I love this style. This is another one I wish was more popular. I know Kara Skoet has a couple different books, but I have not. This is the only one of theirs that I have read. Because I hear they dabble a little bit in scary stuff, and I can't be doing all that, man. Yeah. But, I mean, it's incredible, dude. They're so good. It's like these small what do you call it? Like, they're like connecting vignettes that build upon each other, and then by the end you're like, this is a beautiful story that's been drawn out in front of me. I can't believe, not I can't believe I didn't see it coming, but you're just at the end you're left with something, and it's just beautiful, dude. It's a style of storytelling that I don't feel like happens a lot in American comics, and that's why it stands out so much to me. What I get from Hubert comics, I don't really get anywhere else. I haven't so far. Really beautiful stuff. Last one here, Darkly She Goes, by Vincent, I believe, Melly. Vincent Melly. Of course, drawn by Hubert. This one comes from NBM Graphic Novels. I don't know too much of their stuff. This, again, all these stories are like, he likes a medieval setting, I'll say that. I'm pretty sure all of his books that I know of take place in a medieval setting. There's only one I haven't read called Miss Don't Touch Me, something like that. That might be in a different time, but he loves medieval setting, especially when it's got a little bit of magic. Loves some magic, that guy. This story, oh dude, look at the art, man. It's so good. It's so good. We follow Arzer, one of those, who is, I don't want to say a knight. He's like a disgraced knight, I guess, like a Ronin knight. That's what it is. And we follow him as he is like kicked out of town because he's a deadbeat piece of shit. And he goes out and he finds this beautiful princess woman who's being held in a castle. And he goes to pull her out, and magic ensues. I don't want to say too much. It's definitely playing on that classic fairy tale kind of trope, right? Saving the princess from a castle. There's a lot of magic involved with her. There's a real, like, I would say dark fantasy, but it's not like that dark. Like, if I can handle it, it's not that dark. But he rescues her, and then they kind of sort of fall in love, but then there's also these crazy consequences that come that couldn't have been foreseen by anyone as we kind of expand into what the larger plot going on in this world is around this girl. It's incredible. Hubert is so good at these like romantic moments between characters, right? And there's a lot of that in Beauty. There's some of that in Petite. I mean, it's not like the main focus of it, but like the romance in between characters, he's incredible at writing. I love love. I'm a sucker for a little romance in here, dude. This one and Beauty have definitely a big focus on that and like what exactly it means, but he's not afraid to like really lean into it and like lean into like the relationships between the two and the complications that come down the road and how these characters view themselves and how that affects the relationship. It's really interesting stuff. Very well written. There's probably more action in this book than the others. Not that there's not action in the others. The beautiful, beautiful setting. We get it's just so good, dude. This is another one where like this story in other hands wouldn't go for as long, but we cover like a good span of like their time together. It's not just a short rescue. It's like he rescues her and then we question, why did he rescue her? Is this rescuing her? Is this better? Are we better off this way? It's so interesting. Very thoughtful. Just like all of his books. I don't want to show too much. You know, I don't want to spoil these books. I just want to shout out Hubert, my guy. Rest in peace. Perhaps the GOAT. Any of these books I would very much recommend. He has a couple other ones out there, but not nearly enough. I hope that after this video you at least give one of these a shot. Hubert is a fantastic comic book writer, and I hope that, you know what, man? I would love to hear if somebody read one of these books after this and what you thought of it. Because to me, he's really spectacular. It's definitely a very European way of writing comics. But I think we need more of that in American stuff, if I'm keeping it a buck, you know? So anyway, thank you for watching the video this far. If you have any writers that you think I should, like, you know, read some books, do one of these videos on, leave them in the comments. I'd love to hear it. I love buying comics. Just point me in a direction, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, thank you so much for getting to this point in the video, and I'll see you guys on the next one. Yo, before you go, I wanted to show you the comics that I make. This is The Gifts of the Zadik. It follows our main character, Ram, who has just been crowned the Zadik, also known as the Chosen One, in his small village, and given unreal powers. But as soon as he gets these powers, he is disillusioned by the role that his people wish him to play, and so he wants to go out and find how to become a hero out in the world. It'll sweeten the pot. He also finds that there's another chosen one out there, somewhere in the world, that maybe can give him answers and help him find his true purpose. If you are interested in buying this book, you can get them at lior.com. It's a great way to support me, the artist, and the guy who runs this channel. Thank you all for watching. I'll see y'all later.